Hey everybody, hope you're doing good. I've got two Christmas creative journals to go into the Etsy store. Actually, they already are in the Etsy store. I made a Christmas journal a couple weeks ago that just had Christmas fabric on the outside and had a few little Christmas bits and bobs, but these are laden with Christmas ephemera, imagery, cards, cardstock, embellishments, just everything that you would need to get creative with the season. The first one I'm going to flip through is called Christmas Flannel. I like the concept of just getting cozy during the winter months, and I think flannel is a great way to get cozy, don't y'all? You know, how many of you have flannel sheets? I've got flannel sheets, and I'm like super excited to get those on the bed. It just makes a very cozy feel. So this is a red and black Christmas flannel covered journal. Of course, my journals are made, it's a handmade book. Take food packaging and cover it with fabric. Now, I gotta say that all this started because my sister came to visit. So we'll talk about that as we're flipping through this journal. Oh, I forgot. We usually do get a girth on this baby. So let's take a measurement here. The only thing that I did not get when I was out with my sister was some stretchy strings. So I think I'm going to have to order that on the good old Amazon. This is 5 inches thick. But of course, when you unbelt her, she flips open. And she's a big girl. I got to tell y'all. The first thing that you might want to do when you get your journal, and I'm sorry, not sorry, but I tend to really pack the pockets here. And sometimes my washi tape kind of pulls off a little bit. So I'm just going to flip through here real quick. So if you get this journal, the tape is probably going to kind of pop off the pocket. Like I said, sorry, not sorry, because the pockets are just chock full of things for you to play with, to get creative with. I think books like this are awesome if you are, if you are out of your art studio, so if you are traveling, they're a great little companion. I'm from the South, so everything's little. They're a great companion for traveling because they're compact. I mean, this is like it, guys. So you might want some scissors, you might want a glue stick or something like that, so you can get started with this. But the books are 5 by 7. They're space manageable, right? So you can, we think about alternate spaces this time of year. So whether we're having a herkle-durkle and we're laying in bed and we're having some coffee and we're having some me time, then this is a perfect journal. Very easy to work with in an altered space, a different space. Maybe you're traveling, this is the time of year for it. You go places, you do things. I don't think there's anything prettier than a vintage image from a cookbook of a well set table. And it's so, it really does remind me of the way that my mother-in-law did things. She did everything around the holidays so correctly, so beautifully. Her cakes look like they came from a bakery. Her pies look like they came from a bakery. She would set the table. No matter what, you had a cloth table. You had a cloth tablecloth, right? None of that plastic stuff. You have beautiful plates. It didn't matter what you were having. You might be having Sunday dinner, or you might be having hamburgers. She was just the epitome of a wonderful Southern woman that did everything so beautifully. Her gifts looked like they came from Hallmark. It was just it was such a pleasure to know her for so many years. So you can, as we're flipping through here, you kind of get the idea. You've got Christmas ephemera, you've got Christmas tags. cardstock, folded pages, bookmarks. I love to make these little tabs. I think there's so much fun to make these like skinny little bookmarks here. You've got images to play with. And around the holidays, you guys, it evokes memories. This is my first Christmas without my mom ever. And it will be interesting to navigate that along with my brother and my sisters. This is super cool. This is a 1978 calendar. And I love it because it's got this pocket right here. So I thought that was really super cool. Snowmen, Christmas balls, Christmas packages. I like the truck with the snowman driving it. I thought that was funny. So, Tammy, how did you come across all this Christmas stuff? Well, my sister came to visit. I hardly ever see her like one-on-one. We're usually like with our family or what's left of it. There's not much left of it now. And it was fun for us just to hang out. I love hanging out with my sisters. And when I say sister, I have a blood sister, but I have a sister-in-law, but she is not my sister-in-law. She is my sister. She is blood, family, thick, awesome person. But anyway, my sister and I hardly ever like get alone time. But I will tell you that we would have loved to have had our other sister with us because we would have had a great time. Then my sister took me out to eat, which was awesome. And it's 1978. And then she said, let's go to Michael's. I'll buy your Christmas present. I was like, oh, no, I don't need anything from Michael's. Because, I tried to use the old, the abandoned, the forgotten, the misfit, the orphan, the trashy, the torn, half-used, scrappy, shabby, deteriorated, derelict, that kind of thing. She was like, what? And I said, yeah, trash. And she said, what? Let's go to Michael's. Well, we went to Michael's. And I hardly ever go to Michael's because we use the shabby, right? Which is fine. But I gotta tell you, there was a point when I was in Michael's, tell me if this has happened to you, I totally spaced out. I was just throwing things in the cart. It was like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I really love that. It is so nice. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at the butterflies. They're so cool and clever. Look at the fabric. Oh my gosh. Look at the little embellishments. And then I don't know what happened. And then we were checking out. It was like, what happened in there? And my sister said, you went shopping. I was like, wow, is that what that's like? To go in a store and just get what you want? She said, yeah, it's great. You should do it more. So, I know y'all are laughing because you know me and you know how committed I am to using what I have. But I got to tell you, it was so much fun and I had a great time. And I worried about the money spent. And then she was like, I don't know why you're so worried about it. She said, it was your gift. She said, and think of what you can do with your gift to gift other people and make them happy. And I was like, well, by golly, my sister, I think you got something going on there. I have had the best time with the fabric. I have had the best time putting things together. It's been refreshing, rejuvenating, to have so many beautiful things to work with and to jumble them all together and put them together in a book and be able to offer this to you guys. This is called Oh Christmas Tree. I got to tell you how we found this fabric. We had looked and looked at the bolts of fabric and then You know those little 12 by 12 fabric swatch things that you can buy for like a couple bucks. And I was like, really can't find anything Christmas tree-ish. And then we found this under the cutting table at Michael's. You know, the bolt was like stuck under the cutting table to be put back on the floor. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So I have this fabric, and I have several pieces of fabric. Y'all are going to be surprised at what I found. And so this is 4.5. So my sister says, I said, well, I'll just take a half yard of each. And she was like, what? Well, you want a half yard? Get a whole yard of each kind. And I was like, oh no, that's kind of expensive. That's kind of, she was like, it's your Christmas present. So I was like, okay. You know, I was trying to get into it. Boy, did I get into it. It was like, oh my gosh. You know, it was just like, wow. And we found Christmas paper pads and, you know, just all kinds of beauty all through the store. And I was very happy. Now, I will tell you a funny story about my sister. My sister is a shopper. She is an excellent shopper. My mom was an excellent shopper. I never got I must have been standing behind the door when Jesus handed that out. I don't have that shopping gene. Chris is a great shopper. He is just a really, really good shopper. Sorry, Mom. My chair squeaky squeaks. Not me. I want to get in. I want to get what I need, and I want to get out. I shop like a man. She is known for having so much in her cart that we were in Nordstrom's rack one day. This was in Los Angeles. This was several years ago. And so my sister has a cart in front of her, a cart beside her, and she's like pulling another cart. She is 3-carting the Nordstrom's rack. And a lady comes up to her and she says, excuse me, ma'am, do you work here? And my sister was like, no, I don't work here. And then she looked at me and she said, why do people always ask me that? You had 3 carts full of stuff. Oh my goodness, we have had more laughs over that. And, you know, Mama was with us, and I tell you, we just laughed and laughed and laughed. And it still happens. If you're at a store with her and she's shopping around, she's going to 2-cart it at least. And people still go, hey, do you work here? And now it's just a big joke. Don't you love the Let It Snow snow globe? I used to love snow globes when I was a little girl. What did you like when you were a kiddo? What was your favorite part about the holidays? I have to confess that the older I got, maybe I got jaded. I don't know. The older I got, the less I like Christmas, and I need to rediscover that spark, especially because Mom's gone. You know, Mama's gone and my doggy's gone, and honestly, I have been struggling with grief. Look at the vintage Hello Kitty ribbon right here. I don't know what to do. Don't be concerned. I'm trying to figure things out, but it has been pervasive, and it's been layered, and it is ongoing. It's not just Mama and Mia. It's Daddy being in a facility, and he's doing really well. He is his hospice lady comes to see him, and he is getting great care. He's got a wonderful appetite. He doesn't remember anything. He doesn't remember who we are, who Mama was. He knows his name is Billy, and he's hungry. all the time, and he eats a lot, and he asks for snacks, and we make sure that he has snacks at the nurse's station. So yeah, he's character, and it looks like he might be sticking around for quite some time here. I forgot where I was going with it. Oh, grief. So, you know, I read this morning that grief isn't just, you know, the loss of a person, that it's maybe the loss of, you know, I think about, I spent a lot of years being super, super active in the music business. So, you know, as a tour manager, I was booking agent, I was a music publicist, I was always going and doing. And, you know, now it is more, I don't do that anymore. I don't even have a car anymore. And you know, I do think sometimes it's that loss of purpose. I guess is kind of what it is. I didn't mean for this to go down this road. But I guess what I'm getting at is jumpstart your creativity, jumpstart your happiness, jumpstart your contentment, jumpstart your creativity with something that is going to spur your memories. I know not all of them are pleasant, but I'm sure that there are pleasant memories. You know, even for me, there are pleasant memories about Christmas and that sort of thing. I love the concept of the holidays being a time of you know, we think about Thanksgiving, we think about gratitude, we think about being thankful for our gifts, and then that kind of rolls right on into to Christmas, and you know, all of the different religions celebrating their concepts of Christmas, or their concepts of what the month of December means. I think it's a great way to end up the year, right? So maybe we just kind of need a refreshing change, and there's a lot of confusion in the world right now. Maybe this can kind of cut through and give you some creative energy and creativity, creative mojo to help you through the holiday season. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks for listening to me freaking ramble. I did not mean to ramble so much, but oh well, I did. I have buy me a coffee set up, and I'll put a link in the description box below. I love PayPal tips, guys, or thanks over here. Really does help with this old retired lady, old retired music business girl. So thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.